Okay. Here we go. All right, good morning, millionaires. Hope everybody's feeling good this morning. My name's Haziq Ali, and every single morning we meet up here. We call it Good Morning Millionaire. Hold up. There we go. Y'all feeling good this morning? Happy Thursday. You know what I mean? Good morning, millionaires. Maybe let me make sure everybody knows. If you have not tuned in for last week's newsletter yet, you know this is the day to do it because there's a whole new one coming tomorrow, baby. 3:30 p.m. every single Friday, we have the world's best newsletter that drops. It always has segments for mindset, segments for skill set, and then segments for heart set. That's our whole play, to give you the mindset, the skill set, and the heart set that makes your success inevitable, that allows you to go further, faster, with less effort. You know, I don't want you to put your private jet dreams to sleep. I don't want you to put your private island dreams to sleep. As a matter of fact, I want you to fan the flames. You hear me? I want you to fan those flames. Yeah, good morning, Nicole. Desire in the house. What it is. Hey, let them know what city y'all calling in from now. Y'all know the drill. What's up? What cities we got in the house? My man Dennis Thicklin is in the house. Hadassah's up in here. Let's get it. Make sure you share this with somebody you love. You know what I mean? And if you haven't joined the text message system, if you haven't joined the newsletter, this is the time to do it. Hey, Charity checking in from Louisville. You didn't think I knew how to pronounce that. I used to say Louisville until I met enough people from Louisville. My man Carvel is in the house. Vita Lachey is in the building. What's up, Vita? Sade in the house. Yeah, big things. Big things go on. Big things go on. You know what I'm saying? My man Gavin's in the house. All right. I'm like, yeah. All right. Make sure you share this thing. We're getting started right now. Meet me at the top, right? All right, let's get it.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of the
That's an absolute fact. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Share this with somebody you love. You know what I mean?
Announce yourself.
Rep your city.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning,
All
millionaire.
participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
I'm starting a minute late. I hate being late. All right, so check it out. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. Oh, you feel good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. I'm a self-esteem development expert. I am a business systems strategist. Our whole idea is to help you create the kinds of systems that can help you achieve success a lot easier, further, faster, with less effort. And one of the things that allow you to go further, faster, with less effort, if we just keeping it real, is the idea of modeling. Somebody put that in the comments, the word modeling. Can somebody throw that in the comments? Modeling is a hack to success when you're able to model other people's success. Now, I ain't talking about modeling, walking down the runway and all of that. I know we got some beautiful people that tune in every day, but that's not the kind of modeling I'm talking about. I'm also not talking about modeling with Play-Doh. Y'all remember that? When you take the Play-Doh and you make a little, you know what I mean? No, although that one's closer than the first one. Check it out. What I'm saying is modeling someone's mentality, modeling someone's character, and modeling someone's habits will automatically guarantee you someone's results. And one of the people that I love to use as a mentor from afar is Mr. Zig Ziglar. I'm so, blown away by his teachings and a lot of his philosophies. And sometimes I jokingly call myself Zig Ziglar. You know what I mean? Because my name is Haziq. And all right. Anyway, all I'm saying to you is that this dude has some timeless lessons. This dude has some lessons of success that seem to so perfectly encapsulate years of shortcuts that, I mean, you really need to read Born to Win. I don't know how many of y'all have seen his speeches on stinking thinking, et cetera, so forth. But there are these 6 principles of performance that he discusses in Born to Win that I think are pretty incredible. So I'm going to give them to you this morning. I hope that these are helpful to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. These are principles of performance that allow you to improve yourself and accomplish valuable, holistic business success in life, with your finances. Some of this stuff is even going to apply to your health, because after all, mental health is a real bag. So I'm going to give them to you. I challenge you to write the ones that you love in the comments and share it with somebody. So a year from now, it pops up in your memories. Or you can just get the karmic blessing of making sure that you are a giver, not a taker. And the way you give is you share the knowledge that you get. The universe gives to the givers just like it takes from the takers. So yeah. You see how I did that. See you at the top, and that was one of Mr. Ziglar's main things. All right, let's get it. Yeah, Zig is no joke. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. We generally get from others. We generally get from ourselves what we expect. We generally get what we expect. Isn't that interesting? I was telling somebody very close to me yesterday that you got to stay open to miracles, because miracles don't go where they're wanted. Miracles go where they're expected. Can somebody give me that in the comments and then give me a share? Miracles go where they're expected. Can somebody write that down and give me a share? That's important. That's a nuance that a lot of people miss. Miracles don't go where they're wanted. Miracles go where they're expected. Every morning when we do the affirmation calls, you'll hear me do this thing where we go, whoa, right? Like, I didn't mean to scare none of y'all, but it's like a state change we do, right? Where we're like, yo, if you were loving the fact that you ain't one of the 153,000 people that died yesterday, let me see you make some noise. You know what I mean? Like, raise your energy level. Why are we doing that? Because praise creates the atmosphere for miracles. When they would do a rain dance, they would dance like the rain was already here, because you get what you expect. You know, there's this big book about entrepreneurship that tells you to think about it as if it's already done. You know, if you're millionaire minded, then what you're doing is you're thinking like you're thinking from the place you want to be. You're thinking from the place you want to be. You're never going to be a millionaire if you're thinking from peasant. Because you know what you're going to do when you're thinking from peasant? Now you're not going to invest in yourself. Now you're going to say, you know what? The Kaizen Academy is just too much money. You know what? Going to that conference is just too much money. You know what? That seminar is just too much. You know what? Giving to this homeless man is too much. You know what? Delivering my services to this women's shelter is just too much, because you're thinking from the peasant point of view instead of thinking as a millionaire. Am I making sense? You got to be millionaire minded. Why? Because we generally get what we expect. We generally get from ourselves. We generally get from other people what we expect. If you expect to lose, you will. If you expect to be average, then you'll be average. If you expect to feel bad, you're probably going to feel bad. If you expect to feel great, then nothing's going to slow you down. Am I making sense? And what's true for you is true for other people. Your expectations for other people will become what they deliver. It will become what they achieve. This is yet another reason we got to watch our environment. Because the poor don't mess you up giving you their values. The poor don't really mess you up giving you their opinions. What the poor do is jack you up by transmuting their expectations into your self-image. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? You got to watch that, man. They're going to mess around and give you their expectations. And if they're poor, which means they pass over opportunity repeatedly, it's because they expect to lose. Now, there's a word for people that expect to win. We call them winners. And there's a word for people that expect to lose. You hear me? All right. Here's the second one I got for you. The difference between a good team and a bad team is the training. Now, this is a nuance. This is a nuance. Oh, they bought your product, but what do you have that's showing them how to use your product? Oh, they bought your service, but how are you showing them how to use your service? Like when somebody joins the Kaizen Academy, crystal clear, always grabs them by the hand and walks them through exactly how to get to their products and services. She grabs them by the hand and asks them exactly what are the things that are missing in their business? What are the skill sets that they feel need improvement? What are the areas for growth? Where are the opportunities for improvement? And then she starts pointing out different classes that she suggests they start with. Well, check it out. What are you doing when a customer buys your product? What are you doing when a new teammate comes aboard and you've got a new counterpart? You've got a new sales staff member. What are you doing? I'm going to tell you something. I don't care if you're talking about basketball. I don't care if you're talking about football. I don't care if you're talking about baseball. They ain't going to be successful if they don't train, if they don't practice, if they don't prepare. You hear me? And when you think of training like it's practice, when you think of training like it's preparation, it makes you wonder how the heck are businesses ever surviving without doing this, without making significant investments in training their people. That brings me to number 3, right? Teams that don't train their people and invest in their ability don't last. See, some of y'all are waiting on your boss to train the people in your department. Smarten up. You need to be taking them to lunch. You need to be having your special Zooms at least one Saturday a month where you have your whole squad on there and you're chopping it up with them. Because if you're not training your people, you're operating from a competitive disadvantage. You hear what I'm saying? You're operating from a competitive disadvantage, and eventually you're going to be destroyed by the marketplace, right? You know, Zig Ziglar would have his joke. He was like, I tell you what's worse than training employee. The only thing worse than training employees and losing them is not training them and having them stay. The only thing worse than training people and having them run off is not training them and having them stick around. That's deep, right? That's deep, ain't it? Somebody feel me on that? Y'all ready for number 4? Y'all with me so far? Yeah. Let them know, Shamrika. Let them know, Gavin. Yeah, she does, Dennis. She does. Ain't it, Sade? All right, here's number 4. You find what you look for in life. I only got 5 more minutes. We're going to make this quick. You find what you look for in life. Listen to me. The reason I'm so big on y'all joining our newsletter, right? The reason I'm so big on that, if you haven't done it yet, go to millionaireminded.com or wearemillionaireminded.com. Do that right now and put your name in the name box. Put your email in the email box so you begin to get these newsletters. This is so important, y'all. This is so important. This is a really big deal. Millionaires, you get what you look for in life. You're always going to get what you look for. This is why it's so important that you have your mind right. Because check it out. Y'all ever heard me tell the story about the twin boys? One was an optimist and one was a pessimist, right? So the parents were so sick of the optimism, the unbridled optimism, right? That they decided to do a little experiment. And what they did was they put the pessimist kid inside this room where it was just full of toys. You know what I mean? And then they put the optimist twin into this room that was full of horse crap, right? Literally, like a big old pile of horse manure, right? So then they go and check in on the pessimist, And unfortunately, he's surrounded by all the best toys, right? It's looking like Toys R Us in that joint. And he's in the middle of the pile of toys just crying like, wah, wah. You know, tears just spraying from his eyes, right? Tears spraying. You like that word picture? Tears just spraying out of his eye ducts, his tear ducts, right? He's like, ah. The parents are like, oh my God. So then they go check in on the optimist who's in this room full of horse crap. They're like, if we can't get the pessimist to cheer up, at least we can get our annoyingly optimistic child to kind of calm down. But they check in on him. He's in the middle of the horse manure going like this. They're like, what are you doing? He's like, yo, with all this horse manure, there's got to be a pony in here somewhere. I'm the worst. Anyway, what I'm saying to you is that you find what you look for in life. You hear me? If you look for the good things in life, you're going to find them. And check it out. While you're looking, how amazing do you feel? How amazing do you feel while you're on the search for what fulfills you? Don't let that go over your head. He's having a ball searching through the horse crap because at the end, baby, at the end lies the goal. Millionaires, if you look for the good things in life, you're going to find them. If you look for opportunities to grow and prosper, you're going to find them. If you look for positive, enthusiastic friends that support you and love you and will boost you to higher heights, you're going to find them. On the other hand, if you look for ways to take shortcuts, you're going to find it. If you look for ways to justify leaving your spouse, you're going to find them. If you look for justifiable reasons to keep on holding a grudge against somebody else, you're going to find that too. It's a natural tendency of all of us to look for the things that will justify what we think we need or justify what we think we want. Y'all have been with me long enough to know that people buy things on emotion and then later on, at some point in the future, begin to justify them with logic. It's a natural tendency of being human. So what do we have to do? We got to start living by these foundation stones of honesty, of faith, of integrity, of love, of loyalty. And then next thing you know, you aren't so drawn to seeking this self-gratification that leads you to misery, that leads you to having this unfulfilled life, these unfulfilled dreams. Whatever you have now is never going to be enough. Millionaires, rich is not the man who has it all. Rich is the man who needs the least. Look for the good. Look for ways to help other people. Look for ways to assist the less fortunate, and all of a sudden, you're going to feel like you're blessed with abundance. You know, the man with no shoes complained until he met the man with no feet. You hear me? The man with no shoes complained until he met the man with no feet. I dare you jot that down and share that with somebody. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That's what my mama used to say. I left that one out, Mother's Day quotes. That's another one of my mama's favorite quotes. Put that in your little red wagon. My mama's so cute. Tell them put that in their pipe and smoke it. Oh, mama. All right, here's number 5. That's right. Let them know, Hadassah. Let them know. Here's number 5. Hey, you better let them know. Yeah, that's a fact. All right, here's number 5. Never make a promise without a plan. Never make a promise without a plan. Never make a promise without a plan, y'all. We still discussing Zig Ziglar's 6 principles of better performance. And number 5 is never make a promise without a plan. So many people make promises they can't keep, y'all. Let me tell you the worst person to lie to, yourself. Let me tell you the easiest person to lie to, yourself. You tell yourself you're going to wake up at this time and then you don't nobody else know. That's between you and yourself. But check it out. you have just ruined a little piece of your self-esteem, a little piece of your self-respect, a little piece of your self-determination has now whittled and crumbled because you made a promise without a plan. Now, you might have the best intentions in the world to keep that promise, but if you ain't made a plan to keep it, you ain't going to be able to do it. Business leaders who make promises to their employees won't honor them if they don't create a plan on how the promise is going to be kept. If you make a future commitment, millionaires, you got to understand and be willing to do whatever it takes to complete that commitment. Why? Because from that direction comes respect. Consistency equals trust. You need credibility too. We need to know that you have the will to do what you're going to say, and then you have the capacity to do what you're going to say. But you do it once. Anybody can make one three-pointer. It's the guy that can make 10 of them in a row who makes it to the NBA. It's the guy that can make 12 of them in a row who makes it to the NBA. You hear what I'm saying to you? But you can't make that promise without a plan. A lot of the reasons that marriages fail is because the husband and wife don't understand what it takes to have a great marriage, right? They don't plan for or understand. They don't seek to study their husband or seek to study their wife. They don't plan for or understand the sacrifices that have to be made to enable a long-lasting relationship. Millionaires, where's the plan? And speaking of that, man, the last one I got for you is happiness, joy, and gratitude are universal if we know what to look for. Happiness, joy, and gratitude are universal if we know what to look for. One of my favorite mentors from afar, who you hear me mention sometimes, is John Wooden, one of the most winningest coaches of all time. And he has one of my favorite quotes. Like if you're on a text message system, then you get these quotes every morning, right? And I've sent this one out before because he was like, it is an interesting quandary of the human experience, right? That the things we desire most in life, peace of mind, freedom, and happiness, are most easily gained when we give them to others. The things we desire most in life, freedom, happiness, and peace of mind, are most easily attained when we give them to others. Now that's powerful. That's powerful. Millionaires, I believe, like many of the great ones who came way before us, that you can get anything you want in life. You can get everything you want in life if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. Is that fire? This is what we mean by the universe gives to the givers and takes from the takers. Everybody wants happiness and joy in their life, but you got to know what produces real happiness and how to do the things that produce it. Am I making sense? Millionaires, the moment you begin to worry about the things you want and the things that you don't have is the exact moment you'll lose your gratitude for what you do got. You can count your blessings or you can count your burdens. Do you hear me? Millionaires, you will never be satisfied or content or joyful about your life if you are constantly counting the burdens. Write this down in your notes, because if you want better performance, you need to be in a better state of mind. This is important. The greatest source of happiness is the ability to be grateful at all times. Millionaires, the ability to be grateful in the midst of the storm is the exact divine power source that allows you to bend the universe, bend reality to your will. You have just decided that this is a good thing. Isn't that amazing? You decided that this was good, and so it is. It's all about perspective, y'all. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. Let's switch our perspective up a little bit. It's affirmation time. Y'all with me? If there's some principles to performance that Mr. Zig Ziglar left off, let me see them in the comments. Let us see it. Make sure you register for the newsletter. Call in right now. Call in right now. But make sure you register for the newsletter right now. I'm gonna let Queen Ona know you shouted her out. That's so true. That's my mentor's daughter right there, Miss Queen Ona Brown. That's right. The takers eat better, but the givers sleep better. I love it. I love it. All right, it's affirmation time, y'all. I love it. I love it. Let's get it. Call in right now. Call in right now. We always start with the two most powerful, yet shortest words in the whole English language. Let's get it. Let's get it. Of course, I'm talking about I am. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. You ready? Good, Nakia. I'm glad you made it, Queen. Woo! You better talk that talk. There you go, Deshaun. The number's right there. 667-776. 9461. 667-776. 9461. Let's get it. Let's get it. I repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. Oh, and if your line tries to charge you, just text message call me to the same number. Just text call me to 667-776-9461 and the line will call you back. That's a little hack. They're like, oh, I'm paying that 5 cents a minute because I thought it went to Millionaire Minded. No, we do all this for free because we're being givers, because we want the universe to give to us. You know what I'm saying? We're practicing what we preach. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Call in right now. Call in right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy and grateful